Hi guys, and welcome to TechteamGB. Now today's going to be a slightly different type of video since we don't normally take a look at software specifically, but we've been given some software by a pretty damn good company called DigiArty. Now, DigiArty are providing us with two different products. The first one is their DVD ripping software, which generally a good DVD ripper is very hard to find, especially with all the new layers of encryption that Hollywood likes to put in their DVDs. And then they also provided us with a conversion program. Now, you may know of many other free conversion programs like Handbrake, but I must say that this does surpass that slightly. Now, we're going to be taking a really good in-depth look, but I'd just like to say they actually genuinely have great customer support. If you're thinking about, torrenting this sort of program or just getting a free version, it is up to you, but I must say that for the price it does give you some great customer service, and I must say that a lot of the torrented programs I've ever used have pretty much always had problems, and obviously I couldn't exactly go to the company who'd made the software, considering the problem was probably because I torrented it. So yeah, they definitely have great customer service. That's not just them paying me or something, they really didn't pay me, but I had a problem, then I literally just asked my contact. She then referred me within about 10 minutes to their their support team. The support team asked me to upload the file. Turns out I'd fixed the problem by the time it got there. But honestly, they're just fantastic. Anyway, yeah, stick around, and we're going to be jumping into the software, which is over here. And yeah, see you in a sec. Alright guys, so I just want to show you the website quickly. That's MacXDVD.com. The two products we're going to be looking at today is the MacX DVD Ripper Pro and the MacX HD Video Converter Pro. Now, both of these do come in a pack together. It's a bit cheaper than the standard price here, but as you can see, the price has been knocked off for both of them. So for the DVD Ripper, that's $39.95 and $34.95 for the converter. I must say, most people would either get the free versions or get torrent software like this, but I must say you will not get this support, and it's just generally nice. $34 really isn't that much for something like this that works really well and has such great support. Now, these are the two programs here, so that's the MacX DVD Ripper Pro for Windows and MacX HD Video Converter Pro for Windows. All of the programs they have on their website do come with Windows versions. You can go to winaxdvd.com to find out the Windows versions of that. But let's start off with the HD Video Converter Pro down here. So it's a very simple interface, very small window, just like the DVD Ripper Pro. And you can go in and add files specifically. You can download a file from YouTube, which is very nice, via a URL. You can remove if you have options here. You can clear all the options, and then the options here are fairly simple, just the standard name, standard profile, and all that sort of stuff. And what we're going to do is just drag a .mts file, and this is the format that my camera records in, and if anyone is wondering, it's a Canon HF VIX-8 HF21, and as you can see, I have a very lovely face here, but the great thing about this software is that you can sort of seek through, find a face like that, take a snapshot by clicking this button here, and then that will be saved forever. I'm not really sure I want that, so I won't click that. Now, a great thing about this is you can drag this just kind of around, and that will be the amount of the video that gets converted, which is very nice if you just want to crop a clip and get it converted as well. Now, you can pretty much convert from any format to any format, really. As you can see, any format that's listed here is a supported format for converting from. So this is a .mts, which works. I have had a few issues with .m2ts, which is a rendering format that Cyberlink PowerDirector does, but we'll be moving over to Premiere very soon anyway, thanks to Creative Cloud being really cheap. But anyway, the formats you can convert to are AVI, MP4, AVC, MPEG, WMV, MOV, or a standardized YouTube format. You can also write to DVDs or just get the video TS. You can do HD versions of these standard ones if that isn't your clip, the setting of the clip that you've got. You can also render specifically for iPads, iPods, iPhones, Apple TVs, so that the device definitely works, or PSP, PS3, Zune, Xbox, Surface, Nokia, BlackBerry, Zen, PDA, or just rip the audio. Now, the conversion software, the options down here, the standard options are very good. They keep the original size, they keep a decent bitrate, they keep a decent audio bitrate, although it's very, very simple to change because you can just hit that and then you have a better audio, or you can do maybe 2000 kilobits per second instead, which is what I normally render at. And you can also change the video frame and frame rate, sorry. And one thing that I really do like is that it comes standardized and it's going to bump up the volume, which generally works a lot better because I'd rather have volume that's a little bit too loud and I have to turn it down than volume that's just a little bit too low and I really have to kind of struggle to hear it. Now what we're gonna do is render this clip. I can show you the end if you really want me to, but we're going to hit start and we're going to see what happens. So a little window like this pops up and you can see that it's rendering at 62 FPS. Now remember that most cameras film at 30 FPS, maybe 24 if you're doing cinema, or maybe 60 if you're doing high-speed shots. But my camera, I recorded at 30 FPS, which means this clip is rendering double real-time, which is fantastic, considering that most rendering softwares, even the fast ones like PowerDirector, only render around about real-time. So this is fantastic. While this is rendering, we're going to take a look at the DVD Ripper software just to save some time. So the DVD Ripper software is much to the same as the video converter software. It's very simple to use as well. Both of these softwares have the check new version button, but they also auto update every time they turn on, it comes on. So when you get that new update, that means that stuff doesn't crash all the time. That's great, and it happens automatically. Now, to use the DVD Ripper software, as it shows very, very helpfully here, because I had no idea until I even looked at it, you click this button, click OK to which disc you want. I'm learning how to drive, so I have a hazard perception DVD, and this little option comes up. You can do to a recently used profile, which is my standard MP4, which is not fast, not slow, not bad quality, not high quality, which is fine. But you can also do to Microsoft devices, Sony devices, a Facebook video, YouTube video, Vimeo video, general, just everything. Anyway, you can select multiple titles. The first one is automatically selected for you, but what I'm going to do is just select the first one because it's very simple. And as you can see, both of these softwares use up to 8 cores, which is fantastic because most CPUs nowadays have multiple cores. And well, it just really helps to spread the workload, especially if you have an AMD CPU like the FX 8120, 8130, or the next iteration that may or may not come out very soon, hopefully. But yeah, it's very good for those because they have great multi-core use, but are fairly dreadful at single-threaded stuff. So yeah, this is very helpful. You can turn down the cores if you're doing other things, but we're going to use 8 cores for both of them. I'm just going to hit run here, and you may be surprised. You're like, oh no, you're rendering or converting. Not a problem. Any fairly half-decent PC can render at roughly 60 and 120 at the same time, which is fantastic. Now what I'm going to do is possibly speed this up a little bit because it does take a couple of minutes, even though it is real time. It is a fairly long clip I just copied in. So yes, we'll be back with you in just a moment. Alright, so both finished. I just checked them over, they're both fine, work really well. The audio quality in that one is actually pretty good as well because I bumped it up, which is nice. Must say, like both of the softwares a lot. Love the support you get, really useful, and I must say, work really well. That's pretty much it. I'm going to do a quick outro in just a second, otherwise, yeah, see you in a sec. Alright, so I hope that gave you a good representation of what the software can really do. As I said, I really do quite like it. It's very useful for some of the problems that I face. For example, as I said earlier, moving stuff from iPad, or moving stuff from sort of like AVIs to MP4s for iPad use. And then just generally converting files to slightly smaller file sizes as well. That really helps. If you're trying to render something, for example, Cyberlink PowerDirector, might be a little difficult because it does take quite a bit of time actually to render in PowerDirector. Whereas with this, to convert the files is very quick, and also the DVD ripping software works very well. So yeah, there's nothing more to say. If I was going to give this product a rating, or these products a rating, I would probably say the support from DigiArty is definitely 10 out of 10. They were very fast, and if you have any problems with them, if you do go and buy this software, if you have any problems with them, tell us and we'll see what we can do for you. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Let us know what you think of the software. Let us know what you think of this type of video as well. Yeah, we'll hopefully see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you liked it, which should be down here, I think. I'm probably pointing the wrong way, or YouTube's probably moved it. Anyway, hit the like button if you liked it, hit the dislike button if you disliked it, leave a comment and let us know what you thought about the video or the product. Subscribe if you want to see more fantastically awesome content from us, and yeah, we'll see you all next week.